Hey everybody, it's Allie from Dolli Room. I just want to come on here and say hi. I feel like I haven't made a long video since I think starting my channel. But first and foremost, I want to say hi to everybody and thank you all of my new subscribers and all my Dolli family friends that have been sharing my channel and helping us out over here at the Dolli Room. And yeah, I guess I just wanted to jump on here and talk a little bit about myself and my collection. And this is Kelly. Most of you that have been watching my channel is pretty familiar with her. She's my baby girl. I just love Kelly. She had a growth spurt, we'll say. If you watch my other videos, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But she did have a growth spurt. She is a lot bigger now. She's probably about I would say like 30 inches, 28 to 30 inches. I know the Liam kit usually comes at, the Liam toddler kit usually comes at about a 26 to 28 inch kit. If I'm not mistaken, you can correct me in the comments. But I know my Charlie 15-month kit, he's about 31 inches. So she's about, I wouldn't be shocked if she was 31 inches. I actually need to get like a real measurement on that because she's quite big and quite heavy. But I absolutely love her changes. I know a lot of you guys out there too liked her little growth spurt. But that's my Kelly, and I know you guys got to be introduced to my other dolls as well. But yeah, I'm the type of collector that I literally, most of my collection is not high end. Like, it's just not high end. Like, I like what I like, I guess, and I'm kind of a vintage person. Like, I don't really go for like modern looks or anything like that. I'm definitely not hating on it. I absolutely love and appreciate all styles of collections and dolls and everything from all different walks. But my personal collection is mostly of like, I'll shop on eBay, I will shop on Mercari. I'll do personal trades with people that I've become really close with through this like doll collecting community. Like, there's a lot of people that I've met and became really close and have like changed dolls and you know, or you outgrow certain collection styles. So a lot of purging in my years with that, with doll collecting. Like, I go through my different phases, but there are some forever dolls I have, and Kelly is definitely one of those dolls that I really don't ever see her ever leaving my collection at all. She is just one of my all-time favorites. Matthew has been with me for quite some time now too. He's like 5 years old. So he's not going anywhere, and my collection is pretty solid right now. So the dolls that you guys see, those ones are pretty much forever dolls. And coming, I still have a little boy that's in the mail, and he is coming. He's one that I got off of Mercari, and most of my dolls I do get off of like different sites, and they are secondhand dolls, and they do have a history and of being ultra loved. Some of them I've had to fix up and like start completely new with them. I've had to buy them new bodies and everything like that, but I feel like that's part of the process for me personally, in my collection, is just making them my own. And I've gotten new dolls from like reborns.com, and that is a place, if you're unfamiliar, where you can purchase beautiful reborn dolls. And I have gotten dolls from that site as well. One of my girls that you guys have seen, Tina Tiny, she was purchased off of reborns.com. And so yeah, I have some doll kits that were purchased off reborns.com as well. But like I said, I just like what I like. If I'm scrolling and I see a doll that just really captures my heart, and I can totally see me having fun with them and sharing them with you guys in my collection, like, I will pick it on up, even if it isn't in the best shape. Just because I I'm pretty confident after 7 years of like assembling dolls and painting dolls. I actually used to paint dolls myself, but they discontinued the Genesis heat set paints, as you guys already know. Um, if they brought them back, I'm not sure, but once they discontinued them, I really haven't jumped back into the painting hobby. But I used to paint a lot of kits with Genesis heat set paints. I'll try to dig up some photos and of dolls that I have painted, and I've actually molded dolls. I've done clay work, and they were extremely unique. They were not like your perfect baby forms. Like I've made little trolls out of clay, and I have sold those out of clay. Those are my favorite to make. Just different, whatever comes to my imagination, and just start molding them out of clay. I think it's called epoxy clay, if you guys aren't familiar with that. So yeah, I've done a lot of clay work. I was actually going to do a series of epoxy clay dolls, and they were more like adults, but epoxy clay and small size. So I was going to do a series, but my life just got way too busy with work, and I wasn't able to continue that series. But I do have plans this year, now that the kids are going back to school, and I'll be able to have a lot more time on my hands to be able to accomplish that. So that's going to be nice to jump back into the art. I wanted to start doing dolls air dry paints as well, just because I hear it's a lot more safer for the environment, and it's a lot more safer for your lungs, you know, instead of doing the new wave oven forms. So yeah, any people that you can tag on here in the comments that is really great at tutorials for acrylic painting reborn dolls, that would be great, because I really wanted to start doing it that way. I feel like it's just a little bit more suitable for my time wise, just because I do work and I got mommy life going on and everything else. So I wanted to jump back into the hobby as far as painting spectrum goes, but I feel like the air dried paints are going to be a lot more like, they're just going to be a lot more easier for me to accomplish. So I've seen some people do it, and it looks great. I have the little boy that I got, the little blonde boy that I recently got. He is an acrylic painted doll, and I don't think the videos do him justice. He's extremely realistic as far as his paint goes. He's a little bit more on the redder side, but for the age of the baby that it's trying to portray, it's pretty dang realistic. So yeah. And then Kelly here, I would love to repaint her as well. She's pretty, she has some pretty extensive damage, paint damage wise. Her kit is very nice. She has the Emmy kit limbs. She does have a little bit of like the paint pilling on the tips of her fingers, which shows that she was very loved and someone loved dressing her, because I know that that could happen when you dress your kits a lot. Through the years, it just happens with the wear and tear of loving them so much and playing with them so much. So yeah, but there's a couple of my dolls that I have definitely wanted to remake and touch up and all the greatness, and then create. So any people that you can refer me to for air dry paints for beginners, that would be awesome, because yeah, I definitely want to continue down that road. But yeah, guys, that's a little bit of my backstory and what type of a collector I am. I actually I didn't dive too much into my collection. I have collected many different types of dolls. I have collected cloth dolls. My recent collection actually consists of antique dolls. I'm looking over here because I have one up there, but she's way up in the cabinet. But are antique dolls. I actually met a woman a couple towns away, and she was around my age, and she was just so very intrigued with my doll collection, my antique doll collection. And I ended up donating my entire collection to her. I just really moved out of that phase of doll collecting, And after moving into this house, my husband and I, like, I just didn't want to, I didn't want to have my, I knew I wanted to start a YouTube channel. I just wasn't sure when I was going to have the time or the dedication to do it. But I didn't want to start my Reborn channel, or I'm sorry, my Dolli Room channel to be about antique dolls, just because my knowledge on antique dolls just isn't there. I know a lot of people who are like wonderful collectors of antique dolls and they're super knowledgeable. So I didn't know much about them, to be honest. At some point, I did go to a Dolly show here nearby at a nearby town that they were throwing. Uh, I think it's been about a year already. And that was my very first Dolly show, and it did consist mostly of antique dolls and Annette Hempstead dolls. Which I do have one Annette Hempstead doll, and I do have one antique doll, and then little miniature antique dolls. They're in my China hutch, and I will feature them on a video one day. Uh, just of the residual dolls left from my antique doll collection days. But I did donate those to a lovely, lovely girl in a town nearby. I won't name the name. And she is amazing. She refurbishes them, and she just has such a beautiful collection, and she's so intentional with what she wants to do with them. And I just felt like it wasn't in there for me for the antique dolls any longer. Although I do appreciate them as a collector, I just felt like they hadn't reached their full potential because I actually started to refurbish them. And that was the purpose of me having the antique dolls. A lot of them needed a lot of work, and I would get the ones that needed a lot of work on purpose, just so I can give them like a second chance to be adopted and not be discarded. And that's mostly of what my whole collection is. Like I said, it's mostly dolls that need work and or like a hobby.